Today we're living like Rachel Green from Friends for a day. Rachel has always stood out to me as one of the most iconic characters on Friends. From her incredible style and hair to her undeniable self-confidence and Jennifer Aniston's impeccable comedic timing, she's just unforgettable. Although she wasn't technically the main character, in many ways she was the protagonist. She's the outsider who joins the group in the very first episode, and over the seasons we watch her evolve from a sheltered high society young woman into a fully independent adult. She finds her voice, builds her career from scratch, and creates a life on her own terms. I just couldn't help but fall in love with her. Her style remains the most referenced of all the Friends characters, and it's easy to see why. But beyond the outfits, what really makes Rachel stand out is her attitude. She carries herself with a sense of assurance and expectation, like she knows she deserves good things. And while that can sometimes come off as entitled or selfish, I think Jennifer Aniston portrays it incredibly funny, but I also think it's just empowering to watch a woman advocate for herself the way Rachel does. Friends is one of my ultimate comfort shows, and whenever I revisit it, I'm reminded of how much I admire Rachel's mix of vulnerability, ambition, and style. So today I'm channeling that energy, living a day in her shoes, to capture some of that self-confident, nostalgic comfort she brings. I hope you enjoy! Good morning! Today we're going to live a life like Rachel Green, and I'm already wearing the perfect outfit because one of the things that I really loved about Rachel is that as put together as she could be, she always could be so nonchalant and she didn't really care about having imperfections. So one of my favorite things is that she sometimes wears two different color socks. And I just really like that because I grew up with Gossip Girl and they were always perfect. You know, when I watched them, they were wearing La Perla and just perfection from top to bottom all the time. Later, I started watching Friends and I really appreciated with Rachel is that she could be put together, but she could always just be casual too and not feel like her worth depended on having the perfect socks and the perfect relaxation outfit. So that's what I really enjoyed. So the first thing we're going to do is have some bagels because I feel like that's the signature New York breakfast. When I was in New York City last year, we had bagels a couple of times and I really felt like even the locals ate it a lot where we were in Brooklyn. So that's what we're gonna make for breakfast. Okay, I put a bagel in the oven and I just poured myself some hot water. So I'm going to make myself some tea. I feel like Rachel would be more of a coffee drinker in the morning, like a young professional drinking coffee, but I don't drink coffee, so we're just gonna go with tea. I was thinking to make myself a little bit of scrambled eggs on the side. I just feel like Monica making everyone eggs in the morning while they have breakfast at her apartment before work. That's kind of a thing that they would do. So yeah, I'm just gonna steep myself some tea, make some eggs, make a breakfast. Okay, so it was the 90s, so she couldn't really go on her phone in the morning. So I imagine that before work, she would just have breakfast and either just talk to Monica and stuff. But she wasn't really the type to read the newspaper that much. She was more into magazines. So I have an issue of Vogue here. And then I have a copy of Little Women. It's one of the only books Rachel mentions during the show. It's in this episode with Joey when Joey says that he reads The Shining multiple times. And she's like, why would you read The Shining? I have only read Little Women multiple times, but that's a classic. And then they swap books. I talked to my friend who actually lived in New York City and she is American. And she said that Little Women is like the coming of age book that all girls and women in the US read. Yeah, I'm just going to read it. And then there's also Vogue in case that reading a book is a little heavy, because I know one thing that I really love about Rachel is how she's just kind of unapologetic about being lazy and just wanting things to work out easily. Of course, she worked hard for her career and to get where she is, but I don't know, I feel like her casualness is one of the things that I really like about her, and I think other people do too. So yeah, I'm just going to have a nice breakfast, do some reading in the morning, and then we're just gonna get ready and do a few errands, I think, and then get to work. I feel like this is Rachel Green coded. I could totally see her in this dress, in this combination, the bags, also these shorts. She actually wore something like this on the show, I think. Maybe this. I feel like this jewelry would be in her style too. It's very contemporary, and I think it would be very Rachel. Like I could see her wear something like this maybe. Like this outfit. I feel like these Rachel could have both worn. Like she would look great in this red outfit. She probably wore something like this. This is more like Rachel when she's in society, but I feel like the shoes, she would probably enjoy a spread like this about a beautiful house somewhere. I think she would love this. Just so fun to look at something through kind of the eyes of a character or someone else. That's what I really enjoy about these character vlogs. It's just like my style is very different in a lot of ways than Rachel Green's style, but I really enjoy trying on someone else's point of view when it comes to fashion, style, makeup, and sometimes you actually discover things that maybe you enjoy and would incorporate in your daily styling or life anyway. Like this breakfast, it's so good. Okay, so for Rachel's look, I think the most important thing is that she always looks so naturally bronzed and sun-kissed, and I think that is Jennifer Aniston's look in general. She always has this perfectly bronzed skin. Obviously, I'm a bit paler naturally, but I'm going to do my best with some bronzer and some makeup. And I think the other most important things are a red brick lipstick, and she wears a bit of a darker eye, but somehow it looks quite natural on her. So I have to kind of figure out how I can do a bit of a darker eye, a bit of deeper color, but it's still looking natural on me. So I'm going to do my best. Then I have this tester. It's a translucent bronzing tint, and I think I was supposed to probably put it underneath this, but I'm just gonna try to kind of work it in the foundation and see if I can add a little bit more of that bronze. Okay, now I'm putting some cream blush. I feel like it does give kind of that sun-kissed look, even though I have a bit of lighter skin. So let's add in eyebrows, eyes and lips and see how it looks. So she has quite a thin brow, very 90s, early 2000s. My brows are naturally a little thicker. I don't really pluck them. So I'm just gonna go in with a powder and try to fill them in without making them any thicker than they are. I don't know if I succeeded in that, but I tried. Okay, for the lips, I'm just going to line them and then use a little bit of a red. She always uses that and it looks very natural and nice on her. And I really like a red as well, so I'm happy to do it. I mean, that's very red, but I'm hoping to balance it out with a little bit of eye makeup. So this is going to be the challenging part because I don't really wear dark eye makeup. Like I wear eye makeup sometimes, but then it's always going to be a little bit of a lighter color. But let's first powder a bit so that my eyelids have a little bit of a base for makeup. And I'm going to powder a little bit in the T-zone, not too much. Just so that the eyelids don't get too oily, hopefully. If I had to guess, I would say that something like this color would be perfect, because what I always see with her is that it's brown but it's almost gray what she wears on her eyelids. But I'm not gonna go in with this immediately. I'm going to go in with this as kind of like a transition shade and build from there. And I feel like I'm also seeing a brow bone highlight. Like I'm looking at a picture of her, I'll put it on the screen. But she also has like a lighter gray on the lid almost. So I'm gonna go in carefully and see what it's gonna turn out, because it's very hard to undo something like this once you've messed it up. Okay, this is what I would do on me. We can do this. I think a little bit of white on the brow bone. This is kind of a lot, but I'm hoping once we do some liner and mascara, it's going to all tie in together. Like for me, it's a lot because I'm not used to it, but probably for you watching, it's like, this is just a normal eye look. Okay, I'm just going to put on some mascara. Okay, so I put a little bit of brow mascara as a base, and now I'm going to go in with a little bit of black liner and black mascara, because I feel like she always wears a bit of black tight lining kind of around her eyes. Before I do that, so I wanted to do like the typical Rachel hair, which to me is not the Rachel, but more just like the typical Jennifer Aniston hair, where she has a side part and it's just like blow dried straight, and it's very shiny and very beautiful. But I'm kind of experimenting with the curly girl method this week. I hadn't really thought about filming this video this week when I did the method on my hair, and I have like a curl cream in and a mousse, so it's very hard to make it like really shiny and straight at the moment. Like I can, but then probably the texture is going to be kind of off for me. So we're gonna go more later season Rachel, where she has the middle part, where she has like voluminous curls and stuff. Like she has a little bit of this like wavy curly hair for a little bit, so that's just what I'm gonna go with today, even though I was planning to do something completely different, but this is just what is realistic for me today, so that's what we're going to do. Also going to apply a bit of bronzer to the chest, just to kind of match what I did to my face basically. Okay, let's go in for the eyes. I'm just using a black eyeshadow on this tiny little brush, and then I'm going to tightline and do a little bit on like the outer third. Okay, just a bit of black mascara and then the makeup is done. Okay, so that concludes the makeup. Next, we're going to get dressed. This is the next outfit. Like Rachel doesn't really work out that much, except for jogging one time, and she plays basketball at the Thanksgiving episode, if I'm correct. So my outfit is kind of inspired by her workout outfit, which is just black tights and then a green shirt, kind of like when they play basketball, and just some high socks and some trainers. And we're just gonna do some chores and some errands. And I can really appreciate in Rachel her relaxed styling. Like when she's not at work or dinner or a date, she just wears whatever, and that's what I really appreciate about her. So I even did the braids that she kind of had. Sorry about the sun that's coming in. I don't know. Sorry, I'm sorting away some of my clothes, so that's the mess here, but I just thought that this was like a perfect Rachel Green outfit. Green is also really one of her colors that she wears a lot, especially this kind of green. She wears all types of greens. I was thinking to do some laundry, run some errands, and then afterwards we're gonna get dressed for real and get to work. Okay, so first I'm going to hang the clean laundry, because if I can do my own laundry, I can do anything, like Rachel Green said. And then we're just going to put in a fresh load. I'm just washing my sheets at the moment, but the machine isn't big enough for everything at once, so I'm doing it in parts. Okay, the laundry is going, so now I'm just going to put on a sweater on top of this and pick up some vintage packages, which I'm sure Rachel Green will be super into vintage and like trying to find Ralph Lauren pieces for a good price. And I'm just excited to get a little morning walk in because I love a walk. So maybe we'll walk to the park, kind of like, oh, I'm walking to Central Park, but like in the Netherlands, obviously. But yeah, I just think a morning walk will be nice anyway, and I have to pick up those packages anyway, so. Got a cat called, and I feel like this always happens when I film a video like this. It's like they sense that this isn't how you normally dress or something. I just find that so funny. It always happens when I film a video like this, that people either compliment me on my outfit or I get catcalled, but like a lot. And I always feel like obviously catcalling isn't the best, but I still find it interesting that people have a response to a certain outfit. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day. It's like it's spring, but it's one of those weeks where it's kind of merging into summer a bit. Like I feel like I should take off my sweater because it's so nice, and like the sky is blue, the flowers are blooming, birds are singing, everything is green. Like I'm having the best morning. And I feel like Rachel Green isn't really like a nature person. I feel like in the whole series they're in Central Park once. I think they go to the beach once or something, which is very New York, I think. So yeah, I hope I still get to enjoy some of today's beautiful weather, but I think it's gonna be a lot of inside. But it's only one day, it's just an experiment, it's just some fun. There'll be more nice days. Okay, I'm back home. Now I'm just going to change into my normal outfit that I'm going to work in. Okay, since it's such a warm day and I feel like green is one of her signature colors, I mean Rachel Green, I thought this dress would actually be perfect. It's a midi dress, green color. It reminds me of that iconic green dress that she wears when Ross has, what does he has? He gets an award? Or he finished his PhD or something? I don't know. And then she wears like this kind of color green. So I was thinking this green dress and then white sneakers and a white cardigan and some dainty jewelry, because whenever she wears jewelry it's always quite dainty and subtle, and I feel like I would personally wear sandals or something underneath this, but I feel like Rachel quite often wears sneakers or something on there, something like this, especially in the earlier seasons. And I feel like also in the earlier seasons she wears quite a lot of flowery floral dresses and stuff. They all do. I guess that was more in style at the beginning. Okay, so I have some white sneakers and then I have some dangly earrings with a matching dangly necklace. I don't have any bracelets or rings on because I feel like what I see mostly for Rachel is just a matching set of earrings and necklace, and it's dainty and dangly. If you want to see a little bit closer. Just quite simple. And then some sneakers. I can't find the cardigan. I put it aside especially because I wanted to wear it with this outfit, but I can't find it for the life of me. But I do have another option, so I'm just going to put that on and see how it looks. I actually think this is more 90s and more Rachel, because she often wears this silhouette in cardigans, and maybe the sleeves will be 3/4, but I don't have that option right now, so we're just going this. So yeah, this is the finished look, and now we're gonna get to work. Okay, I'm I'm just going to plan my day. I have a few things that really need to get done. So yeah, first I'm just going to do some work. I probably won't talk to you too much because I really need to just get this done and focus. I also want to try to squeeze in a bit of fashion content because Rachel, obviously her dream is to work in fashion. She ends up working in fashion and being so good that she gets offered a job in Paris, and her style also really evolves in that time. And I feel like as far as content creation, I would like to get into a little bit more styling content when it comes to short form. So just for TikTok, maybe Instagram Reels. So if we can squeeze it in, I'm hoping to kind of try to film a couple of outfit reels. I'm also filming one just like between vlogging. I'm filming every outfit that I put together for Rachel. So I want to make a Rachel Green outfit reel for Instagram, TikTok, maybe also for YouTube just to promote this vlog also. But yeah, it just kind of depends on the time that I have. Obviously, the whole morning I've spent filming this, some other things. So I'm already a little bit short on time. So I'm just going to do the stuff that I really need to do. And then hopefully we have some time for the other stuff too. Lunch, I thought we could have the salad that Jennifer Aniston had for 10 years every day during filming Friends. The only thing is that the salad that's been going viral, I saw like the one with chickpea and quinoa and feta cheese. I saw an interview with Jennifer Aniston and she was like, that's not the salad. The salad she actually had on the top of my head was iceberg lettuce, some kind of meat like bacon or something, I don't know, and then ranch, something like that. So that one has meat in it and the one that's been going viral doesn't, and looks a lot more appetizing to be honest. So I'm gonna go for the one that everyone thought she ate for 10 years instead of the one she actually ate, because it just sounds delicious. It's quinoa, chickpeas, red onion, cucumber, pistache nuts, and feta cheese, and some herbs and stuff. So I'm just really excited about that one. So I'm just gonna go for the one that I think I'm gonna like. So I'm just cooking up some quinoa, and then in the meantime I'm chopping up all the veggies. So I know that Rachel wasn't the best cook, so even if it doesn't turn out great, we're still on brand. There's also a couple of plumbers coming in a bit, so I might have to like deal with that off camera for a bit, but then you know. Okay, so this is the salad bowl and this is what I served myself. I just put a bit of dressing in here so that not everything gets soggy right away. So I'm just going to put the rest in the fridge. I'm going to have this and sit behind my computer, maybe watch some YouTube, maybe finish my work. I could have done with some more feta maybe, just for a little bit more flavor, but it was good and I'm excited to eat the rest of it in the coming days. The plumbers came and they did their work, but it took me a lot of time to make that salad. And with the plumbers, I had to kind of assist them a little bit because they are in someone else's home and they can't just like do whatever they want. So I had to like ask for permission and my opinion about stuff. And all that being said, I still haven't done everything that I really need to get done today. So that's sad because I also wanted to do some fashion content. That would be kind of Rachel Green work day. But I have filmed, I guess, a short with Rachel Green outfit. So in a way I still kind of did it, but I wanted to do another outfit reel, but I just really don't have time today. Or I will have to, like, the corner where I filmed them, the light isn't going to be good for long anymore, and I really just need to do the work that I need to do. So yeah, my plan is to just work here in the living room for a bit. I'm just going to make sure that I have everything done that I need done before tomorrow, and then after that we'll see, but I'm guessing that we're not going to have time to do anything else. Which is also kind of like Rachel Green. She wanted to work in fashion and then she worked in waitressing for 2 years or something. So maybe that's me. I want to do fashion content, but I need some time to get there basically. Finally the things that I need to do today. So I'm going to try to squeeze in a bit of fashion content. Like I said, I already did some because I filmed some Rachel Green outfits, but I have quite a lot of, this is a bit random, but I have quite a lot of thrifted yellow dresses, and I think these are perfect for spring. And I also kind of want to promote thrifting because I feel like a lot of short form content promotes overconsumption, and thrifting kind of combats that because there is so much clothing. So everything you thrift is something that you don't have to buy new. So I just kind of want to bring a little bit more of that out there. I know there's a lot of thrifting content also, but I just want to contribute to a good cause and also just have fun with it because I like making outfits and putting stuff together. So I just want to experiment with shorts and reels, and I wonder if Rachel Green would live now. I feel like she could definitely be a fashion influencer. If you look at all the friends, she would definitely be the one doing fashion content, whereas Phoebe, for example, would be more like a random personality online maybe. But I feel like her thing really is fashion. She works in fashion, she loves it, and for me I love clothes and I like styling a lot and I like watching those, and I feel like, yeah, it would be fun to maybe do something with that. Point in case, I just picked up this package and it also had a yellow dress in there, and it was also a thrifted package. So, and then the other dress that I thrifted also is yellow. So it is kind of meant to be, I suppose. This one even still has a tag on it. I just thought it would be fun maybe for a festival or, I don't know, party maybe. It's looking very shimmery on camera, which I guess it is. The only thing is that if I just want to show the dresses, that's easy, but if I also want to style them differently, that's kind of a lot. So I think for now, I'm just going to try to show them with same styling. So I'll just keep the necklace and earrings and just put like one pair of shoes that I'll have on for the whole reel and TikTok. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, it is kind of hilarious that I'm picking up 2 yellow dresses on the day that I'm like, oh, I want to showcase all my yellow dresses for spring. So I'm just going to collect all the yellow dresses. I feel like 5 outfits is kind of the max for one reel, is what I think, for one TikTok. So I'm just going to see if I can get her fine. Okay, that's more than 4, but maybe it would be smart to shoot it all in one go. But I do think some of them need steaming, so that's probably what I should do first. Yeah. I'm just going to steam everything first and then start with the ones that I know look good, and then I'll try on the new ones and see if I want to use them for the video. Okay, time is running out because I promised my mom I would go shoe shopping with her after work, and it's that time. So I'm just gonna quickly grab the bike, go into town with my mom and see if we can find some shoes. And I hope I still have time to film the short when I get home, but otherwise I'll do it tomorrow and insert it here anyway. Okay, I got some shoes. I needed them for an event, so I'm glad I got them. So afterwards, Arjen and I went to have some coffee and tea and New York cheesecake at this local coffee shop restaurant, and they have a couch inside. So I was like, the couch kind of reminds me of the one from the Central Park cafe. So I was like, okay, we should definitely have some cheesecake there. So we had some New York cheesecake, and now we got home and we ordered New York pizza because there's a restaurant in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it's called New York pizza. So we ordered New York pizza, and I took the New York crust because normally I take a thin crust like Italian. But this time I took a New York one because I thought we could have a little roof terrace moment, because sometimes they sit on Monica's roof terrace, you know, they climb out to the window. And we have a roof terrace too. So I thought we could order pizza, sit outside, enjoy the beautiful weather. So I finally got some time outside because it's a lot of time inside for the friends. I guess that's just the New York lifestyle. And so yeah, we're excited to have some pizza and just relax and sit in the sun. My toenails and read in Little Women and Vogue, and we're just waiting for the pizza. It said that it should take over 45 minutes, but we live quite close to the location and we don't order it often as we used to when lockdowns were happening, and it would usually come within like 10 minutes or something, so I don't really know. Also, I know I'm really shiny now because I'm sitting outside, but sometimes when I'm looking in the mirror at the makeup, I'm like, it's fine. But then other times I'm like, this is so much makeup. It just kind of depends on the light and the angle and stuff. But I think when it comes to makeup, hair and outfits and stuff, it's really important to know what suits you, and the best way to figure that out is to try. And I think what also helps is taking pictures of things so that you can compare, you know, because I feel like what really helps me is that I take so many pictures and video myself for my vlogs. And especially when I first started, I would just take pictures of myself and then I would know what looks good on me or not. And that's also what I really like about these videos, is that I get to try out things, and sometimes I find things that I actually like when it comes to the way that I look, how I do my makeup, hair, outfits, but also just like things to do, like hobbies, like how I spend my time. Like when I did the Rory Gilmore video, that was the first time that I studied at the library, and I've done it a lot since because I really enjoyed it. And that's what I really like about this stuff, is sometimes you find out stuff that you didn't really consider before, and then you find something new to do, like a hobby or makeup or outfits, or yeah. See, that's a pizza already. Like, it hasn't really been that long, so I'm just going to put this aside for after dinner. That was it for a day living like Rachel Green. It was so much fun. We had some New York pizza, New York cheesecake, and just like some typical 90s friends things to do. So thank you so much for watching, and make sure to check out my other vlogs as well, where I do characters. I have normal vlogs too, by the way. But once in a while I do a character vlog. So I have Serena Vanderwoodson, Rory Gilmore, Bridget Jones. There's a Blair Waldorf one that's probably out by the time that you see this. This one, I have a few other ones in mind. So I hope that you enjoy those. And of course, make sure to watch my other vlogs too and subscribe. Bye!